Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Disney because a news story that recently came out about them is absolutely disturbing, man. I mean, this is not only the company that everybody, well, I shouldn't say everybody because a lot of people realize what they really are, but, you know, they have this reputation of being, oh, they're the company that make all the cute little movies for kids and, you know, the Mickey Mouses and all this, right? They run all the awesome theme parks and the Disneylands, and everyone loves Disney, right? It's just so magical. Well, it really is more magical, I would say, how they actually think that this is a rightful thing to do. They think this is the best path forward here. I really don't know, but Disney is doing something that can really only be described as something out of like a South Park episode here. So unfortunately, a woman passed away at Disney World after she ate at one of the restaurants on the campus, right? And she ate something that she was allergic to and ended up killing her. And Disney is actually trying to prevent the family from suing them because I guess her husband signed up for a Disney Plus trial a few months before this. I don't know. It really is that bizarre. Now, obviously, the ramifications of this court case are pretty widespread because I'd say a lot of you watching this video, you probably have had a Disney Plus account or you've signed up for a free trial or whatever, right? In some way, shape, or form, you probably have used a Disney product if you're watching this video. And so I would think, hypothetically, that if this is the argument they're going to use in this case, this would be the argument that they would use against really anybody. So let's go ahead and jump into the story here. Disney is trying to have a widower's wrongful death lawsuit dismissed and sent to arbitration because the man had signed up for a Disney Plus account several years ago. Jeffrey J. Piccolo sued Disney Parks and Resorts in February, months after his wife, Dr. Kanakporn Tangasan, died after she consumed food containing allergens at a restaurant in Disney World. Piccolo said in his complaint that he, his wife, and his mother went to dinner at Raglan Road Irish Pub and Restaurant at the resort in Orlando, Florida on October 5th. They asked several times whether Tangasan's allergies could be accommodated, according to the complaint, despite the servers having assured them Tangasan had a severe allergic reaction and died at a local hospital, the complaint said. All right, so, I mean, that's a pretty tragic story, right? I mean, they go to Disneyland, they go to a restaurant. This woman, obviously, it doesn't say what allergic issue she had, right? But she had one severe enough that she needed to ask the staff, like, hey, if I eat here, do I have to worry about being contaminated by this, right? And it says here they ask several times. It's not like they just asked once offhandedly and some maybe like untrained employee just, no, you're good, right? Like that's not really what happened. They apparently asked numerous times to like really hammer home like, hey, we have this specific allergy problem here. This is a real big deal to us, right? Like we need you to take this very seriously. And I guess the restaurant still somehow ended up serving them some sort of dish that was contaminated by this allergen that is literally lethal to this woman. And she passes away after consuming the food, right? Well, Disney seems to think that they're not in the wrong for this, that, you know, it's not their fault that this happened. And actually, it's not their fault that this happened because the husband, not even the woman who passed away and like ate the food or whatever, right? Her husband signed up for a Disney Plus account, not even like the week before, but several years prior to what happened here. So I shouldn't even really have to explain why this is just a completely fucking absurd lawsuit. This is a obviously absurd thing to claim in the court of law. Yeah, we're not responsible for basically killing your wife with an allergic reaction because you wanted to watch Star Wars movies a couple years ago. Huh? What the fuck kind of, you know, like, it just obviously is insane. Disney filed court documents in May saying the $50,000 lawsuit should be dismissed and resolved by individual arbitration because of terms Piccolo agreed to when he signed up for a free trial of the streaming service Disney Plus. The filing also says he accepted the same terms when he used the Walt Disney Parks website to buy tickets. Lawyers for the company said that users have to select checkboxes that hyperlink to the terms of use, as well as another that says they agreed to the terms. Users cannot select agree and continue if the boxes are not checked, the filing says. The filing included a copy of its terms and conditions. A section titled Disney Terms of Use said any dispute between you and us, except for small claims, is subject to a class action waiver and must be resolved by individual binding arbitration. A spokesperson for Disney told NBC News, quote, "We are deeply saddened by the family's loss and understand their grief. Given that this restaurant is neither owned nor operated by Disney, we are merely defending ourselves against the plaintiff's attorney's attempt to include us in their lawsuit against the restaurant. The company said its position in no way affects any wrongful death or other claims the plaintiff may have against the restaurant. Disney added that arbitration is commonly recognized as quicker and less costly than litigation. An attorney for Piccolo did not immediately respond to requests for comment. So I want to point out, right, Disney is this like super huge multi-billion-dollar global corporate just overlord, right? They own entire networks, they own entire like franchises of movies and TV and stuff, right? Some of the most iconic characters in the history of media. And they're really willing to just torch even more of their public reputation over a $50,000 lawsuit. It doesn't even make sense to me. Like, this is the salary of a fucking person dancing in one of the Toy Story outfits or whatever, right? At one of the theme parks or whatever, you know? This is nothing to them. $50,000 to just, hey, we fucked up. The restaurant at Disney World served somebody who had an allergic reaction. We fucked up. We should review our processes better. We should just get this lawsuit out of the way, right? That, in my opinion, would just be the best route to take here. It's like, own the fuck up, pay the money. I mean, let's be real. $50,000 isn't bringing this guy's dead wife back or anything, right? Pay the man his money, move the fuck on, right? Like they probably make $50,000 in that one restaurant alone on a daily basis. You know what I mean? All the money that they're fucking making. And they're really trying to like sit here and nickel and dime and like scheme and connive over what they're trying to use here. Like Disney Plus is the fucking like make or break. I mean, the bad PR nightmare that this alone creates automatically costs more than some $50,000 lawsuit, if we're being real. I mean, I just want everyone watching this video to realize, right? Like, if you even sign up for a free trial of Disney Plus, or you buy tickets to Disney World, right? Disney is actually saving your agreement to that policy, right? Their terms and conditions. They're saving that so that they can Hail Mary throw that at any possible problem you might have with them, right? So if they kill your wife, literally, by giving her something she has an allergic reaction to, they'll try to actually say, because you signed up for a free trial of a streaming service a couple years before that you're the one actually liable for everything and they're not even responsible for the problem. Like, that is how greedy and conniving and schemy that Disney is as a corporation, that they are actually trying to do that. So when people like to say, oh, well, Disney's full of magic and wonder, I always think of shit like this because Disney is an evil fucking corporation. Disney is an evil, overbearing, greedy corporation. And they do some very fucked up things, and in all reality, this probably isn't even top 3 of the worst things that Disney has done as a corporation, right? But I mean, it really doesn't matter. This is just such a fucked up way to look at things that, like, I thought, immediately, man, I gotta make a video talking about this because, like, what the fuck even is this? Like, what kind of idea even is this? So, I mean, it really also goes to show, like, where we are in society, right? In the modern world, because, let's be real, no one really reads the terms and conditions for any of this shit. And that's why companies like Disney hide stupid fucking things like this in there, where it's like, if you sign this agreement to get a 3-day free trial of Disney Plus, we officially own all of your likeness and image and we can make clones of you, right? Like, obviously, I don't think that's really in the terms and conditions, but like, this is the type of shit that they push out on people, right? They get these fucking stupid agreements that are literally impossible for the average person to sit down and actually read. They hide these stupid gotcha terms like this that they're gonna try and pull out later to cover up their fuck ups, and then they really want people to think that they're like a positive company that you should interact with. Like, if you want my honest opinion, man, if you're considering like going to Disney World or getting Disney Plus or whatever, simply off this alone, you should fucking reconsider, because if you're willing to apparently give Disney the right for like $15 a month to just ban you from suing them if they kill your family members off their own fuck-ups and shit, right? Like, is it really worth that so you can see the new Star Wars, or like so you can watch Beauty and the Beast or something, you know? Is it really worth that? Honestly, I think this guy, this Mr. Piccolo here, I think he probably would disagree with that statement. He probably, at this point, really wishes maybe that he didn't get that free trial of Disney Plus. Now, I want to go ahead and point out that this lawsuit is still like in process. It's still ongoing. So it's not like the court has sided with Disney in this or anything. This is just the ludicrous argument that they're actually trying to bring out and trying to use to stop actually being responsible for their own fuck-ups. And in all reality, like, any sort of term like this should just be outright illegal anyway. Like, the idea that a fucking corporation, if they really want to, right, and they're really rich enough, can just stop you from holding them accountable for anything if you even dare interact with the corporation in any way, like, that's just fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? That makes no sense, and honestly, it really doesn't give their corporation the benefit that they want it to, right? Because people like me, I mean, I know I'm not the average consumer, right? Like 85% of Disney adults would fucking still wander right through the front gate if it meant that they had to sell the rights to their fucking DNA, you know what I mean? But when I look at shit like this, and in the future, you know, like I think about, oh, do I want to take my kids to Disney World, right? I'm immediately just gonna think back on like the idea that, well, if I buy tickets through their website, they'll try and prevent me from holding them accountable for anything, right? Like, you know, especially going to a theme park with like rides and shit, you know, like if you get on a fucking ride and it's like Roller Coaster Tycoon where the fucking roller coaster flies off the track and explodes in a fucking ball of flames 80 miles across the way, right? You're telling me that, you know, if everyone died on that except for one guy, the dude who'd try to sue, they're gonna be like, well, you actually agreed for everyone to die in a horrible ball of flames around you when you went to the movie theater in 2006 and saw our newest movie in the theater. By purchasing a ticket, you actually agreed to our terms of services that allow this, of course. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. In the modern world, companies that want you to spend money with them actually, in their terms, try to make it to where doing business with them is as tedious and as dangerous as a consumer as possible. And then companies like Disney sit around and, well, why is our stock price not doing the hottest? Why are we not fucking scraping money in hand over fist like we were before? Probably because your products have gotten nothing but worse over the years, and in the meantime, you're literally fucking killing people, and then this is what the result is. Now, I should probably be a little bit more generous to Disney here, because technically, the restaurant is its own independent entity that is at Disney's property, right? But I mean, I don't know the legality of that. I don't know if technically that makes them their own 100% independent thing, or if Disney could still be held, you know, accountable for this. Who really knows? But I mean, obviously, when you see the story, you see what happened here, right? There is a level of negligence that wasn't really carried out by the victims here, you know, like they asked if this was going to be a problem. They tried to do their due diligence. The woman used her EpiPen on the scene. They did really everything that they were supposed to do as people, well, like this woman who had the allergy, right? Like she did everything she was supposed to do. And just the negligence of people who didn't know what the fuck they were doing cost her life. And this guy now has to live forever without his beloved wife. And like I said earlier, you know, this $50,000 that he's trying to get out of Disney for their fuck up, it's not like this is gonna bankrupt Disney. It's really not even like it's a bigger ticket to pay than the public fallout from this story. But apparently they're so greedy, they're so fucking white-knuckled over their dollar bills that they're clutching in their hand, right? That they are willing to tank their public reputation with stories like this rather than pay out. Absolutely fucking incredible. So just think about that next time you consider consuming Disney media or products. Anyway, with that being said, man, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, not going to Disney World anytime soon, and signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs. For $10 a month, you get access to loads of exclusive videos and archived live streams, my members only Minecraft server where you can possibly appear in gameplay, early access to all new uploads, an invitation to the private Discord, and much more.